Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished down 45. We had the Nasdaq up 4, S&P's down 4.5. Oil contract, that little baby got smoked out here today, down 239, trading at 66.78. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jim Prince, as we do each and every Wednesday at 20 past the second hour. Jim's got a great website, folks. It's gbmembers.com. Jim Prince, what's happening, brother?
Man.
I'm doing great, man. So
good.
I have your charts, and let's take a look at it, because we're going to start, and we're going to be looking at that oil market, aren't we?
Yeah, boy, what a beating it took today, right?
It certainly did. So here, let me get this first chart up. Okay, so if you can, I got the first chart up in front of me inside this oil market. You know, this the tariff thing, man, it hit it quick, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. So yeah, so that is my support zone I have marked off there in the green, that right into the lows today, and
yes,
it tagged that. And the next level I'm looking, you see where that I have that ellipse drawn?
Yes,
right
I do. Yeah.
So as my momentum indicator, which is on the middle panel there, as it's continuing to show weakness here, I anticipate that that is going to be filled in. In other words, the market's going to move down into that level.
Okay. Yeah. You know, so it's intriguing, the aspect, you know, I can see you get basically the support. Overnight, once that support breaks, bottom line, and as you said, you expect it to move down to the blue. That's that lowest swing point. So more likely that's what we're going to go after, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's correct. If we continue to see this weakness here, and the big tell, of course, will be to see a close below that green zone that I have marked off there on the chart.
Yeah, and it's right next to it right now.
Yeah, sure is.
Totally. So let's take a look. I believe, let me see. I get two oil charts. Oh, I see. Oh, talk to me about this one. Is this a correlation between the crude oil and the 10-year bond note?
No, this is actually we produce a bunch of seasonal charts, and so this one in particular is the 10-year for the cash market. Shows the historical tendency.
I see. Okay.
And the blue line there, that is primarily what I just wanted to chat about a little bit today. That shows the average price over the course of the year, with the year being down at the bottom from 1 through 12.
I see.
And you can see how it peaks there. It tends to peak in June. And we almost have a double top there on that chart with the blue line.
Okay.
And this year, we're just a little bit out of sync with that. We put in our high here in July, our second high, so we're just a tad out of sync, but we could still have that follow through. So you can see that the tendency is definitely to move lower here through the rest of the year. And with this pattern that we see, the break of the triangle pattern on the daily chart today, you know, we're kind of heading in that direction right now.
That's nice. Gasoline's going to be less expensive. Gasoline, you know, we talk oil, of course, you know, in the product line, the gasoline got toasted also, man, in a big way.
Boy, it sure did. The whole complex outside of Natty Gas, everything got hit pretty hard today.
Yeah, and folks, if you're just joining us, we had the gasoline down 4% here today, or 8.5 pennies. You had crude down 3.4%, and basically diesel was down 2.5%, 5 pennies, big number. So let's go over and we'll take a look at the U.S. Canadian dollar. So let's talk to me here.
Yeah, so this is a chart we've talked about, and I thought it would finally be a good idea to bring it on here, and we could actually see what I've been talking about. So if we go over there to the ellipse, you can see that big red candle right above it.
Yes.
And we were talking about that a few weeks back on the show, and then you see we had a little bit of consolidation, and then the market actually moved down, and I call that a fill-in of that ellipse. So that's what I'm kind of talking about with crude oil.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so price moved right to the moving average there, consolidated. And now with today's action, actually popped up into that the higher box there that I have. That's actually Fibonacci zones from the 382, the 5618 levels, and it tagged that 50% level almost on the dot inside that box. And then we finished red on the session. So again, looking for some more weakness in here, at least another move back down to test these lows. And I have another little zone marked off there, basically where all the wicks are on the chart.
Yeah, you know what's going to be intriguing here is that, you know, you think that the aspect of, well, I guess the differential is trying to put the tariffs on oil products. there's plenty of oil in Canada, but the bottom line is that they're not in a trade war with China right now.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, because I guess we're at $1.30 Canadian to $1 US, right? Yeah. And I guess if we break that 129, that'll be kind of serious, I guess, right?
Yes, absolutely. We do have some more zones there to the left, support zones, and I really focus on wicks on the candles as well. So I tend to see price, fill in those wicks or move through to fill in those wicks, and that would put us, I think, the nearby. If this support gives way, we're looking through to about the halfway point there between the two moving averages. That red line is an 89 SMA, and the purple is the 200 SMA.
Okay, so that'll be intriguing because what we did have today is that. This dollar index is having a tough time each and every time for the last 7 weeks. It goes up to that 95 area, it just backs down. It's light today, but the bottom line is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times in the last 8 weeks it's trying to make it. And the direct correlation, folks, would be on the other side of this, what Jim's showing us with the Canadian dollar right now. But it's kind of intriguing, man, watching this thing check out.
It sure is.
So what else are we looking at on the agenda? Well, it's amazing. I mean, of course, it's August 7th, right? Normally in the summer, bottom line is that it's not as volatile, but these currencies have been moving quite a bit.
They have indeed. I really like to follow the pound currencies, the pound dollar, the pound yen.
Okay.
And here, if we take a look here I didn't send over this chart, but the pound dollar, boy, here this week has been extremely weak for the pound.
Yeah, I can pull the pound up right now. Let me get this baby up here. We got. Yeah, and this is going to get intriguing too because I guess we have the aspect of number one is Europe slowing down. Oh yeah, look at this thing's smoked, huh? Yeah, this has been a one-way trip. 143, April 17th. Now we're at 128. I guess it's time for us to all go to London and have a little trip.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so cool. So now your correlation, the pair you like to look at, Jim, is what? Pound versus?
The pound versus the dollar.
Okay, awesome. So what are you looking at in this one here now?
Yeah, so I have support just down below here about 128.08 or so. So I'm looking for a continuation here, probably another 70 to 80 pips lower.
Yeah. And this one here, now it's intriguing here, if you're looking at any of those moving averages, it's broken down. It's broken every one of them. 50, 100, 200, right?
Yes, indeed it has.
That's serious business, man. Okay, this is pretty cool. Let's take a look at this. I'll tell you, man. Some of these currencies, it's very well. I guess the last low that must have been Brexit. Yeah, well, Brexit we were down at what 121? No, it was lower than that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, no, 121. That was a beating there, man. Oh my God, unreal.
Sure.
Listen, folks, you can find Jim at gbmembers.com. Check it out, the greatest business on earth, where American learns to trade and the future begins. The beautiful thing. Thanks so much, brother. Look forward to speaking to you next week.
You bet.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.